Yes.
You're completely divested.
Yes.
You have no financial interest in any lawsuit, crypto, none of that.
No. Oh, okay. Crypto? I own Bitcoin.
And one of the worst companies, actually, is UnitedHealthcare in this respect. Secretary Kennedy, are you aware that President Trump's Department of Justice is reportedly investigating UnitedHealthcare for criminal insurance fraud in some of their for-profit health insurance plans, like Medicare Advantage?
80, did you say 80 million or 80 billion?
80 with a B, billion.
With a B,
yeah. If that's the case, why did you nearly double the rate that taxpayer dollars give for-profit insurance companies like United next year?
A Congresswoman grilled HHS Secretary Kennedy over billions in taxpayer dollars going to private insurance giants like UnitedHealthcare, despite reports of widespread fraud. At issue, a 5% increase in payments to Medicare Advantage providers, even as United is reportedly under criminal investigation for defrauding public programs.
Question.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Secretary Kennedy, for being here today. It's actually not our first time meeting. We met a very, very long time ago when I was 9 years old in Westchester Putnam County at a Riverkeeper event. And I remember back then you talking about the importance of science and environmental action at that time. Listening to a lot of your discussion and a lot of the messages that you provide to people, you talk a lot about corporate influence and corruption in government. And this is an area that's very important to me, and it's an area that I do a lot of work in. I am, as a public servant, completely financially divested of any conflicts of interest with any healthcare companies, any stocks, any lawsuits that I would financially benefit from. Are you?
Yes.
You're completely divested.
Yes.
You have no financial interest in any lawsuit, crypto, none of that.
No. Oh, okay. Crypto? I own Bitcoin.
Okay. And do you have any other securities or assets?
I don't. I mean, I had to go through this with the Office of Government Ethics, and I had a few interests that were very minor that I divested.
Okay, just checking. I'd always like to.
It's a good question.
I always like to know
what
the field is before I enter conversations. So thank you for that. In the healthcare space, something that we've both spoken to is that some of the worst actors are in the for-profit medical space. Are in for-profit health insurance, big pharma, et cetera. And one of the worst companies, actually, is UnitedHealthcare in this respect. UnitedHealthcare is the largest health insurance company in the country. They are the largest employer of doctors and own thousands of pharmacies, clinics, surgery centers, and home health agencies, as well as hospice providers. Secretary Kennedy, are you aware that President Trump's Department of Justice is reportedly investigating UnitedHealthcare for criminal insurance fraud in some of their for-profit health insurance plans, like Medicare Advantage?
I'm not aware of that investigation.
You are not aware that the Trump Department of Justice is investigating the largest insurance company in America that...
No, I'm not aware of...
For fraud in Medicare Advantage?
No, I'm not aware of that.
That you have jurisdiction over?
It doesn't surprise me.
Okay. In your submitted testimony, you said HHS takes seriously our role as responsible stewards of taxpayer dollars. Are you aware that for-profit insurance corporations like UnitedHealthcare have been found to be defrauding public dollars of more than $80 billion a year?
I'm not aware of that number, but I'm aware that there's fraud across the for-profit sector.
Respectfully, Secretary Kennedy, if we're making decisions around waste, fraud, and abuse, this is the largest source of waste, fraud, and abuse of public dollars in the public insurance space.
You say $80 million?
$80 billion a year.
Did you say 80 million or 80 billion?
80 with a B, billion.
It's a B, yeah.
Secretary Kennedy claimed no knowledge of the probe, prompting sharp criticism over oversight and accountability. This tense exchange highlights growing concerns over corporate influence in healthcare and whether taxpayer money is being used responsibly.
If that's the case, why did you nearly double the rate that taxpayer dollars give for-profit insurance companies like United next year, if you don't know those things?
Double the rate? How did I do that?
So your agency nearly doubled the taxpayer dollars that for-profit insurance corporations like United will be paid next year, meaning these companies, the largest of whom is under investigation, criminal investigation by the Trump administration, will be receiving an additional $25 billion from your agency.
How is that happening?
I would be happy to submit to the congressional record evidence of this. I will enter the CMS press release from April 7th of 2025 into the record, which states that Medicare Advantage corporations will now receive a 5.06% increase in payments next year under your jurisdiction, Mr. Secretary. This is up from 2.2%.
I mean, what rate?
Without objection.
Proposed from the Biden administration. You are doubling the rate that the Biden.
The gentlelady's
these
time has
criminally
expired.
investigated companies.
The gentlelady's time has
receiving.
expired. The chair now recognizes the gentleman.